Good evening, everybody. Welcome back, folks. Today is Sunday, April 17th, 2022. I'm your host, Chris, back with another episode of MMTV. As you may have noticed, Samantha is not with me at this time, and she was on a field trip on Tuesday, and she is taking the SATs currently. And on an unrelated note, I'd really like to give a big shout out to those large supporters of MMTV. And this week we have, starting off, me with another original song and video. And then we have Marissa, who follows with a weekly question asking fellow Spartans what they like to do during the summer.
do in the Berkshires? Well, I like going to York Lake, because, you know, it's like the only water around here. Great Barrington's fun, because they have the movie theater. There's not really much to do up here, but, you know, those two things are pretty good.
Playing sports in the Berkshires.
We like paddleboarding in Lake Mansfield.
So one of my favorite things to do in the Berkshires is probably to ski, because I really enjoy it. It's my favorite sport, and yeah, I like getting fit.
My favorite thing to do in the Berkshires is go to a McDonald's.
I like to hike in the Berkshires, like Olivia's Overlook, a monument. I think some nice hikes around here.
You know, like I like to go out and enjoy the nature and stuff. Like we live in a beautiful part of the country, and I think I like taking advantage of that.
I like hiking in the Berkshires because the nature is beautiful.
I think one of my favorite things to do in the Berkshires is either go hiking, as that's really all I feel like we can do because it's very mountainous here, or just like walk around town with my friends.
I really enjoy skiing and snowboarding at Butternut and hiking.
My favorite thing to do in the Berkshires is probably to be outside in the summer.
Looking for a summer job? Now is the perfect time before college students head back home. There are many job opportunities available, ranging from busing at local restaurants in Lenox to landscaping in Sheffield. Check out the posters located throughout the school building for more information, and good luck. This week, Conrad is going to share some cool facts about airplanes.
What do you want to learn about?
And what?
Anything.
I want to learn about planes.
Alright, let's go. Are you filming? Sam, thank you for letting me interview you.
Of course.
So now, first we have to start off with, you know, how long do you have to train to be just get your general pilot's license?
I mean, for a PPL, private pilot's license, you'll need you'll need to be at least 17 years old to be able to take the test and be eligible for like the license itself and like flying other people around. But to do your solo, you'll need like around 15 to 20 hours of flight time. And once you've done that and done your solo, you'll be eligible for that test. And then you go to your an international airport or some sort of FAA building to take the test, and then you'll have the opportunity to get your private pilot's license, fly on your own, fly other people.
Like any plane in the past, alright, let's say from any plane from 1950 to now, what would you want to fly?
F-4 Phantom II.
What kind of plane is that?
It's a fighter jet. It was used in Vietnam. It was beautiful.
Clean?
Huh?
It's nice?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, this guy's kind of out of frame, but what do you want to ask?
Do your cowboy boots help you fly?
Not necessarily.
Alright, get out of here, get out of here.
I mean, I'd take anything really. I love flying, man, so...
Well, okay, this is more of a kind of study question.
Yeah.
What are the 5 principles of flying?
Air, thrust, knowledge, navigation / communication, and systems / aircraft, I guess. I mean, there's probably some better principles, but from what I know, that's what I would tell
you. Spring break has finally arrived. There will be no school in this upcoming week, and we will be returning to the building on April 25th, so enjoy the well-deserved time off. Now we have Nick following with another music review. Take it away.
us jamming and then.
Shut up! Step back. What are you doing? Record.
Oh, are you guys like recording?
Do you like jazz?
I love jazz. Yay!
It takes so much force from your ping hand.
Hey guys, welcome back to It's Music. This week we're going to be talking about jazz, because jazz is cool and you should listen to it.
You know what I think? Nick likes jazz.
I do like jazz. This week we'll be talking about upright bassist Christian McBride. Big fan of his work. I've seen him play live a few times, and today we're actually going to be talking about an album that's a live recording of a gig he played that I got to see at the Village Vanguard in New York City. Overall, as a bass player, Christian McBride, born and bred on the uprights, been playing his whole life. I know he has played some electric experience. He has a lot of studio experience, but he's been working with jazz programs for young teens like NJ Pack for a very long time. I have a friend who works in that program who likes to brag that he's met Christian McBride and also likes to brag that he's like homies with him. I am very jealous of that because I would like to be homies with Christian McBride. Live at the Village Vanguard is an album recorded in 2021, nearing the end of, that period of the pandemic where everyone was not able to go outside, but I was able to go into the city and see him play. I have to say, honestly, In the Shade of a Cedar Tree is my favorite song on the album. I'm just going to get that out right away. But every single song's worth listening to. It's amazing. Leo, please don't, dude.
Yeah, I'd say Live at the Village Vanguard, classic live jazz album. If I had to give it a rating, which is a thing I do a lot here, I'm gonna have to say really solid 8. I don't know if it leans too hard to a 9 or too hard to a 7, but I'd say it's really solid 8. It's worth the time. You should check it out.
Jazz.
With the weather warming up, so are spring events. Friday, May 6th at 2:45, Key Club and Kiwanis will be teaming up to sponsor a teacher dunk tank in support of various charities. Some teachers included are Mr. Perry, Miss Boyko, Miss Downer, and Mr. Estelle, and many more. It's only $1, a good time, and proceeds will be going to a good charity. What an awesome event. Trees are starting to get buds, and soon there will be full-fledged leaves. Now over to Ray. She will be teaching us about the kauri tree, which mainly resides in New Zealand. Then we head over to Sports Weekly, where we will give you all the latest updates in the sports world. First off, we have Brian sharing all the best soccer highlights for the week.
Hello, and welcome back to Ray's Not So Neighborhood Plants and Botany. Today, we're researching the kauri tree, or Agathis australis. Native to northern New Zealand, the kauri tree is massive, growing 16 meters in girth and over 50 meters in height. When people first arrived on the island, kauri trees were common, covering hundreds of thousands of miles, called the Waipoua Forest. But when European colonizers arrived in the 1700s and realized that the wood of the tree could be used for ship masts, as well as other structural building, and the sap inside the tree could be used for chewing or for manufacturing use, the forest was nearly clear-cut, especially as the need for farmland and timber only increased in the early 20th century. Even though the kauri tree is native to New Zealand, it can be grown in warmer parts of America and other parts of the world. It is usually used as a landscaping tree because of its unique look that makes many homeowners want it in their yard, though these specimens are usually much smaller because of how slowly they grow. Now for some fun facts. The height of the kauri tree is second only to the sequoia. Kauri trees usually live around 1,500 years, but there's a few today that are over 3,000 years old as shown by carbon dating. Kauri forests are among the most ancient in the whole world, and a few close ancestors of certain kauri trees have been dated to the Jurassic period. The tree has evolved to a flaking bark, which protects from parasitic plants and collects around the bottom of the tree. It can pile up to 2 meters high. The kauri tree is a coniferous tree, meaning it produces needles and cones. Also, conifers are a main source of softwood and timber supplies, hence why the kauri tree was harvested to near extinction. When growing the kauri tree yourself, you should put it in a place where there's plenty of sunlight, but also a little bit of shade, so the saplings can grow to their full height. Though kauri forests in New Zealand are protected and the tree can no longer be harvested massively, It is under a new threat of an infectious bacteria which eats away at the trees very fast, which is pushing them close to extinction once again. Though there's a big effort by wildlife preservers to keep the species flourishing. Though forests that have an abundance of kauri trees growing there are called kauri tree forests, those usually aren't the only species that grow in said forests. And kauri forests have been found to have higher species richness, meaning a wider variety of species growing in the forest, and the wide canopy of the tree has been found to create little plant communities. That's all for now, Leonard Hall friend. See you next time on Ray's Not So Neighborhood Plants and Botany.
Next Sunday, April 24th, there will be no MMTV show due to our spring break. We will all miss you dearly and promise that we will be back same time, same channel the following Sunday, May 1st. To continue our sports weekly, Wesley is next sharing a vast variety of information on his segment, National Sports News. Let's see what's going on right after we continue with basketball news recap with Caden. Take it away, fellas. The spring musical dates have finally been announced. The Addams Family will be performed Thursday, May 19th through Sunday. The exact prices and times have not yet been announced, but as the information comes in, we will keep you informed. Now it's that time again for the Mayas and their TV show segment. This week they'll be looking at the Dairy Girls. Then we have Tessa following with the movie review on The Hobbit.
Hello everyone and welcome back to me and Mia's TV review. Today we are reviewing Dairy Girls. The show takes place in the 1990s in Londonderry. It is a coming-of-age show about the life of 5 friends who go to an all-girls Catholic school.
The first girl is Erin. She is a rebel who doesn't try to do anything illegal, but definitely disappoints her parents. She is what you can say is the leader of the group. She's a little boy crazy and would love to find a boyfriend.
The next girl is from another show that we have done. Claire is played by Penelope Featherington. Well, the actress who plays her. Claire is the good one, you can say. She tries to stay out of trouble, but because she's loyal to her friends, that never really works. She has the biggest heart of the group, and it can show. She's not afraid to get in a fight with an Erin, though.
Orla is Erin's cousin who lives with her. She is 15 and definitely is the weirdo of the group. She's always in her own little universe, and you can see it in every scene. She also says some things that creep a lot of people out. She doesn't say much in the group, but she is fully part of their circle. She loves every one of her friends, and you can see it shine through the last episode.
Michelle is probably the most boy crazy and most rebellious. She goes after all the guys she sees, and when she thinks something can benefit her, she will do anything to get it. She could be mean and ruthless, but she, again, like all of the girls, has a big heart. While she can't show those kinds of emotions, they do seep through in a couple of the scenes. She's also probably one of the funniest ones.
James is Michelle's cousin, who comes from England. He has to go to an all-girls school because people feared that he would get bullied. So he is honorary girl. He is definitely the most sane one in the friend group and tries to stop them from getting into too much trouble. But he always follows along because he has no other friends. Michelle makes fun of him all the time and everyone thinks he's gay because he goes to an all-girls school.
The funniest person in the show is Sister Michael. She works at the school and honestly does not care for the kids. She just shuts down almost every music idea and is not afraid to talk trash about the students. Her emotion in the show, while very mean, is so funny to watch. You don't hate her, but you definitely don't want her in your life.
This show has 2 seasons with a 3rd one coming out. The show is only on Netflix and I would watch it if I were you. Thank you for coming and have a great day, everyone.
Bye!
Last Thursday, the chess tournament came to a close. Sophomore Benny Rosenbauer took the win and has claimed the 2022 chess championship. Congratulations to Benny and all those that participated. Now over to Alec with his book synopsis on the Odyssey. Seniors, as your final year comes to a close, don't forget to get in those class dues. Currently, only 30% has been submitted and 70 remains. The dues are $100, but there's an exception permitted to those students who qualify or may receive a free or reduced lunch rate. Now up next we have Troy, who will be giving us some more information about action figures. Then we have the weatherman, Luke, sharing the weekly forecast.
What's going on? My name is Luke Arianti, and I'm here to bring you your weekly weather forecast. On today's weather should be pretty nice. It'll reach a high of 48 and it might get down as low as 34, but it should be mostly sunny with a light breeze coming in from the northwest, blowing anywhere between 10 and 20 miles an hour, but it should stay around an average of about 13 miles an hour. So it's a pretty breezy day today. But as we get on to the week, Monday should be about the same temperature wise, about mid to high 40s with mostly cloudy skies. But Monday morning it should be pretty nice with the clouds coming in around midday, later on into the afternoon, maybe about 1 to 2ish. But by the evening we can see some bigger clouds move in, and then by Tuesday morning it'll be rain. Tuesday morning should be starting on and off with a little bit of rain showers, maybe about like a 30 to 40% chance of rain in the morning, but by later on in the afternoon it really becomes a big deal, as Tuesday we have about 50% chance of rain at noon, and as soon as we get into the afternoon, evening, it jumps right up to about an 80% chance, so it's pretty much certain rainfall on Tuesday. But it doesn't last very long, as we also might get a little bit of snow Tuesday night, as it might drop down. Right now it's only looking to be about dropping to the mid to high 30s, but it might drop down to low 30s, and if it gets below freezing we might have a little bit of a snow flurry, but we really shouldn't be expecting too much on that. But by Wednesday everything gets back to what it was pretty much in the beginning of the week, and Wednesday morning here it's going to be about a 30% chance of rain in the morning, but that just goes down later on, and by Wednesday afternoon it's just clouds again. Later on in the week though, talking about Thursday here, Thursday kind of sets us up back up for another rainy, another rainy day on Friday, as Thursday should be about mid to high 40s in the morning with some gray clouds, but later on into the afternoon it clears up and the sun really comes out to reach a little high of the high 40s and a low 50s. So it should be a pretty nice day Thursday, and really Thursday afternoon might be one of the best times of the week, only because it should hit a low 50s and there really shouldn't be much rain going on either, and there really also won't be any wind, as it's only about a 5-mile-an-hour average for Thursday. But that sets us up later on Thursday night, clouds move back in, and by Friday again rain comes back. Friday morning it's going to be overcast similar to Tuesday. Friday morning we're going to have gray clouds, mid to high 40s, and then also by noon the rain comes back in, and then by Friday night we have a lot of rain coming in, and really it just washes the whole week out. And that's pretty much about it for this week. Saturday should be nice, might be a little bit like a Thursday in a sense, where it's going to be nice and like cloudy, kind of overcast, really calm weather in the morning, but then Saturday it's going to open up in the afternoon and we get a high of about 55 for really just a beautiful Saturday afternoon. But that's all for this week's weather forecast. This week's fun weather fact is that the satellite temperature data found that over 7 years, the hottest average place on Earth was the Lut Desert in Iran, and the highest temperature recorded there was 70.7 degrees Celsius, or about 159 degrees Fahrenheit. But that's all for this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Luke. And due to no school this coming week, there will also be no lunches. Now finally, we have Orson giving us the preview of the upcoming shoe releases on his segment, Shoe Reviews. Then afterwards, to finish us off, we have Hyatt with his short skit. Take it away, guys.
Alright, so tell me about your shoes, Luke.
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah.
Hey y'all, my name's Hyatt. I'm in my room, and I'm actually about to watch some TV in a box. That's right, I'm consistent between segments. And, but I don't know if I should, because I kind of have to write the script for today's segment. I'm thinking something like Mario Party. Screw it. I'm just gonna watch some TV in a box.
Y'all, Scott here. Some words of advice. Things will get better later than sooner, don't you worry. When I was little, I used to think, when I'm Scott, I want to be this, and look at me now. This is Mario Party.
I need to talk to my lawyer. Scott the Wise. You either hate him, love him, or have no idea who I'm talking about. Essentially, he's this guy who makes videos for online. He's a skinny white nerd from Ohio. I'm talking about myself, aren't I? And look, am I saying that I may or may not have plagiarized a super popular YouTuber in order for me to get a good grade in this class and make slightly quality content that might make people laugh? Maybe. But I'm also might be saying that because he lived 40 minutes away from me for 7 years of my life, he may have done that to me. So, who's really in the right? I mean, to be fair, it isn't really that hard to be me. There's like one thing you need. Probably skin.
What does it take to be this? Skin for one.
Dang it! And look, even though he's a great guy who does great editing and he's pretty funny, I kind of had to send an entire team of lawyers against him because, well, he stole my jokes. So, yeah, well that's going on and I'm going to make tons of money from it. I should probably go back to writing the Mario Party script. And without further ado, goodbye. I don't know what the ending's going to be. It's probably just going to be a parody of the Scott the Wise ending.
Thanks, Hyatt, for rounding off the night. Sadly, this brings us to the end of this week's edition. Thank you for joining us tonight, and as always, for your continued support. And we will be back in 2 weeks. Same time, same channel. Have a good one, everybody.